How we doing this morning? We all right? All right, let's see if I can turn this thing up. I'm just going to have to be louder. All right, so after 9:45, to get you guys all ready for today, get you guys just prepared to today's the last day. So I want to make sure that everyone goes off on a good note, right? So yesterday I had the opportunity to meet with some of you guys and get a chance to talk with you all. And first of all, I just want to say thank you. Thank you to those who talked to me, those who were willing to open up with me, and those who came to the World Cafe. If you're going to be here next year, I strongly encourage you to come to the World Cafe. It was absolutely amazing. Really had an opportunity to get to have conversations with people who we often don't have certain type of conversations with. So for me, it was a very emotional day for me. I really got a chance to hear people's stories and hear some of the pain, because a lot of times people don't understand that when you keynote, you know, a lot of people in here say they want to be motivational speakers and things like that. When you keynote, you feel pain. And when you touch this mic, the moment I touch this mic, I can feel the pain that's in the room. That's not always a bad thing either, because sometimes people turn pain into something that it wouldn't otherwise be if it wasn't pain there, right? So thank you all for being here this morning. Thank you for the conversations. Lord, thank you for bringing me on to the committee. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But here's what I want to do. I want to sum up everything from yesterday. Yesterday we talked about the WIN formula, right? But I want to break it down a little bit for you all, like the WIN formula. How do we actually start accomplishing, you know, the WIN formula? Well, here's the thing. For those of you who know me already, you know, like just if you have time, if you see this paper on there, you can write notes on there if you want to. But here's the WIN formula broken down. Small wins. It's really that easy. Small wins. So every day, my goal to accomplish the WIN formula is for me first to achieve a small win. What is a small win? So sometimes a small win could be you getting out of bed. Because I understand that sometimes with the things that we go through, you know, the oppression that you may or may not feel, the adversity, you need to get out of bed, and that's a huge accomplishment. So I always start my day by listing out the small wins, aka goals. Goals for that day. What am I going to accomplish for the day? And so that's what I want you all to understand, that a lot of times people will see me standing up here and they assume that it just came all easy for me. Now what you have to understand is I know I look young, extremely young, but I got a couple years on you all, which means I have a couple more experiences than you all. And I want you guys to understand that I made it through because I had small wins. Every day I had to challenge myself. Every day I had to make, okay, today I got up. Tomorrow, I'm going to do something that's productive. Maybe it's sending an email. Maybe it's staying off social media. Whatever it is, I need you to write down that small win. I need you to go out and I need you to accomplish it. And my goal every day is to have at least 3 small wins. Because if you can have a small win, it's something called self-gratification that you'll start feeling that. You start feeling good inside. Like you start feeling like I'm doing something. It may not be huge, but it's something that I'm doing. And a lot of us, the reason why we stop is because we don't have those small wins. We think that it has to be something grand or something big, and that's what we talked about at the cafe, is celebrating those wins. We accomplished something. Anyone in here just graduate high school? Like this past Great. Anyone going to graduate high school? Did anyone graduate from anything at all? Perfect. Perfect, perfect. And I say that because those are small wins that we should be celebrating. Now, I'm not telling you to throw a whole party or anything like that. But what I am saying is that you have to soak in that win that you have and say, wow, I accomplished something. I deserve to give myself a pat on the back. These small wins is what's going to help you start accomplishing what the win formula is, right? So then I'm talking to someone, and I'm like, man, this is an interesting conversation I'm having with these people. And it made me think of something that's very, very important. And I hope each and every one of you guys actually do this. I like to call this protecting the crown. Okay, protecting the crown. Right, so my name is Sade, and I was named after the singer, Sade. And she's half Nigerian and British. And a young lady walked up to me maybe like 3-4 years ago and said, Sade, do you know what your name means? I'm like, no, I don't know what my name means. She said, well, she's half Nigerian, and in our language, your full name is Fola Sade. F-O-L-A-S-A-D-E, Fola Sade. And she said, it means using honor to protect the crown. She said, after hearing your story and everything you've been through, it makes sense. Maybe your mom didn't have that in mind when she named you Sade, but your name means using honor to protect the crown. And so what I started realizing was that the crown, it symbolizes something in all of our lives. When I was a kid, the crown was my brothers and sisters. When I became a mother, the crown was my kids. When I became an adult, the crown was protecting my peace. And many of us need to protect our peace at this moment. What does protecting your peace mean? That means we're not allowing people to come into our world and interrupt what we have going on. That means that we're choosing, thank you. That means we're choosing to allow ourselves to be free and not be withheld in boxes that we've either placed around ourselves or society have placed on us. Like, protecting your peace means that people are not walking up to you and they're able to talk to you any type of way because they understand that the peace and aura that you have around you, you just can't walk in with that. Right? So at one of the workshops, someone asked me, Sade, how do I get away from these negative people? That's it right there. You protect your peace. Guys, the name of this conference is what? What's the name of this conference?
Take charge.
What's the name of this conference?
Take charge.
So you need to take charge of your peace. Take charge of your life. And it was interesting because the people were asking the question, well, how do I get away from these people? I said, how old are you? They said, 16, 17. I said, oh, that's interesting. You're at a stage in your life right now where you're used to people making the decisions for you. Sometimes people tell you when to wake up, when to go to sleep, right? What your schedule's gonna look like, what school you're gonna go to, all these different choices. But it's gonna come a time in your life where you have to make these decisions on your own. While you're gonna have mentors there to guide you, a lot of these choices and decisions, you're gonna have to take charge. You're gonna have to say, this is my life. I'm choosing peace over negativity. I don't have to be around these people. So when someone said, how do I get away from these people? I said, you just get away from them. Like, you literally get up from the table and you get away from them. If I had a problem with her and I'm sitting right next to her, can I get up and leave?
Yes.
Can I get up and leave? Some people, believe it or not, in this room right now are thinking no. And that's okay, because no one's ever told you that you have the ability to take charge of your life, that you do not have to sit at a table or sit in a room or allow people in your life who are not helping you go to a new level of peace, a new level of life. Raise your hand if those of you who want to go to college or those of you who went to college, raise your hand if you were first generation. Raise your hand. First ones to go to college. If you do go, keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. Perfect. All right, thank you. Put your hands down. This is why I say this, okay? For those of you who are first to go to college and those of you who went to college, we had to protect our peace because there was nobody in the community who we can go to and say, hey, how do you complete this FAFSA? They were like, what they would tell me was like, hey, you just go to school, you take the money, and you drop the classes. That's what I was told when it was told, hey, how do you work on this? How do you fill out this form? So I had to protect my peace. I had to protect my sanity, because if I listened to everyone around me who was giving me the advice that was given to me, my peace would have been interrupted. Here's one of my favorite quotes. I was on the internet, I was looking at one of the memes, and the meme said, Queen, lift up your head so that your crown won't fall off. You don't ever put your head down because your crown falls. That's the same thing with our young men. You never put your head down, your crown falls off every time you put your head down. Life is going to get tough, but we don't walk with our head down. Our heads are up because we are kings and queens. That is where we come from. That is who we represent. Every day, we carry ourselves as such because we are protecting something, and the crown that we are wearing represents everything that we've ever been through. It represents everything that the generations after us are going to go through. And that does not mean anything bad. Guys, we have the ability to take charge. What I really want you to understand is that if you get a small win by protecting your peace, you've already won. Right? Another thing that I heard going on around here, what Sheldon mentioned, was hope. It's so interesting because I have a whole speech on the word hope. The word hope, in my opinion, is one of the most powerful words ever. It's the reason why President Barack Obama ran off of the word hope. There's a hope that one day our country will have its first black president. It's a hope that one day our country will be united and we will all stand together regardless of where we all come from, our backgrounds, etc. It's a hope that we will walk out of this conference and take charge of our lives. It's a hope that people will come out of this conference and be so inspired that they take action. I'm going to call someone out right now. I think it was Carmen. Where's she at? Is she here? Where's Carmen? No, she's not here. Young lady walked up to me. I think, there you are. That's not you. She was here. Carmen was here last night. I'm gonna call her out. And all love. I don't know where she's at. I might be saying the name wrong too. But young lady walks up to me and she says to me that she was inspired by the speech. And for me, I love that. I love inspiration. But you know what I love more than inspiration? I love action. And so I said to her, she said, Sade, will you be my mentor? I said, absolutely, no problem. No problem. I'll be your mentor, your big sister, whatever you need me to do. But you got to understand the way that I operate is I operate off the word hope, which means I'm going to be on your head, which means I'm going to make sure that the support that you need, you're going to get, which means if you tell me you're going to do something, I'm going to be calling you up at 6 in the morning like, hey, did you get it done? Like that's the way I operate. When you say, hey, this is my goal, every day I'm going to be on you saying, hey, did you accomplish that goal? No. After so many no's, that's when we start reevaluating how important is this to you. Is that really your crown? Do you really have hope? If you're taking notes, write this down. I'm gonna break down the word hope, okay? It's a word for each letter that I'm getting ready, right? So hope, the H stands for healing. Healing. In order to first have hope, we have to heal ourselves. You must heal yourself first. There is no way you can get in front of people. There is no way you can help other people. There is no way that you can go on and accomplish goals if you have not yet healed your own self. Healing your own self means sometimes going to therapy. Healing your own self means sometimes you got to be around positive people. Healing yourself means you got to get out of the environment that you are in. I said I worked at San Diego Mesa College as a counselor and a program coordinator. When my students are at my college, I tell them, you need to leave San Diego. You need to go. Maybe I suggest that they come to Michigan. I don't know. But they have to leave San Diego. Because all they know is San Diego. All their friends, San Diego, San Diego, San Diego. No, you got to go. Because that's part of the healing process. You get around some new people. You get around some new energy. Some of you guys need to leave so you can heal yourself in a positive environment with people who are going to protect you. So healing, it's a process, and it takes time. Another question I kept getting asked was, Sade, how do you forgive? How do you know that you're healed? That takes time, y'all. It's a process. Some of the things that we've all been through, it takes time. It's a process, and we're going to have to continue to work on it every day. I don't wake up every day and be like, woo, let's take over the world, Sade. I don't do that. I get my mind right. I stay to myself for a little bit. I make sure that I am healed before I ever go out there and speak any type of words to anybody else. Because if you are not healed, sometimes we can speak poison without even knowing that we're pouring out poison. So healing. The O stands for opportunity. Guys, opportunity is all you need in order to advance in life. I'm not telling you have to beg anybody for an opportunity, because we're not doing that no more. I'm not telling you have to ask anybody for an opportunity, because we're not doing that anymore. We are creating our own opportunities. Anyone who was at my workshop yesterday knows that CEO stands for creating every opportunity. We are creating them ourselves. We're not waiting, we're not begging, we're not doing none of that anymore. We are creating it ourselves. Opportunity. Remember in my speech yesterday, the one thing I said when they told me that I wasn't going to graduate high school was, just give me an opportunity. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking for nothing else. Give me an opportunity. Whether they said yes or no, I was going to get it, because I was going to create it myself. They just so happened to say that they were going to give it to me. Guys, the P, perseverance. Guys, it's going to get tough. It's going to get hard. I'm telling you, you're going to have some days where you cry. You're going to have some days where you want to quit. You're going to have some rough days ahead. You got rough. But I need you to push through and persevere no matter how hard it is. When life gets hard, I need you to get excited. Because that's another chapter in the book you're getting ready to write. Like, I need you to get so happy, like, I can't believe this. They done shut the lights off. You see what I'm saying? Like, I can't believe this. She done messed around and messed with the wrong person. Now I'm going to have to put this in my new book. You see what I'm saying? Like we adding chapters, right? We taking pain and turning it into something that nobody ever would have thought that it could have been. Right? So I need you guys to persevere through it all. On your way back home, driving, however you got here, what I want you to think about is, how are you going to outline your plan to push through? What does that look like when you push through? Is there anything that can stop you? It's easy to say, no, nothing can stop me right now. It's easy to say that right now. When adversity hits you, I want to see it, okay? The E, empowerment. I need you guys to keep coming to conferences like this so that you can be empowered. You empower yourself, right? Be inspired by keynote speakers, but you empower yourself every day. Empowerment. So we got healing, opportunity, perseverance, and we got empowerment. I love it. I absolutely love it. We got the small wins, and we're protecting our what? Someone said it. There we go. We're protecting our crown, and our crown is our peace at this stage in our life. Right? So my young people, please go out into the world and make sure that every time you step out into the world that you are contributing something. Something that's greater beyond yourself. Something that the world knows it does not come from you. Like, there's no way that could have came from you. It had to have been something higher than you. That's what I want you all to do. Go out and do and do what you know you were meant to do. So now, I got like 5 more minutes, and I want to speak to my providers. For those who are here with the youth, one of my favorite quotes is, even in your imperfection, you're still perfect for the job. Even in your imperfection, you're still perfect for the job. The job that you all have is not easy. Some days it's tough. Some days it's rewarding. Some days you question why, right? It's not easy. And I understand it. And the only reason I understand it is because when I was in grad school, I went to go do an internship for CPS, and I walked into a home, and we walked out of the home, and I looked at the worker who was supervising me. I said, we're not going to, like, these kids, we're going to let them stay here? He said, yeah, we can't do anything. You just can't remove kids from homes. I said, but that environment was like, I wouldn't allow a dog to live in there. And I never forget it. She said, we can't just take kids. I said, but can we put them in a different environment? Can we do something? And she said, no, we have to keep following up. I walked out of there, I said, this ain't for me. And it was then that I realized how hard of a job that you all have. It's tough. You all walk into situations, and there's sometimes where you can't do anything. You all are called certain names, and you're like, I'm just trying to help people. I'm trying to, make sure that people are taken care of. It's tough, but like I said, even in your imperfection, you're still perfect for the job. Many of you have 20 years on a job, 10 years on a job. Some of you have 1 year, 2 years. But I'm telling you that you are making a difference. You are making an impact. I believe it was Lori who I was talking to last night at the World Cafe, and she really made an impact on me. She said that she's here because she doesn't want to let the kids down. She wants to make sure that they have the opportunity to be here, to be around people who are going to inspire them and people who are going to give them hope. Guys, these people who are here with you today, they didn't have to be here. Like I understand that sometimes we say, well, they get a paycheck. Trust me, it ain't big enough for what they go through. It just ain't. The hours don't match the paycheck don't match the hours, and a lot of these people would do it for free if they could. I promise you that. So to my providers, keep doing what you're doing. You're making a big difference. To the committee who puts this conference on, it's my understanding that this is the only conference in Michigan. So keep doing what you're doing. You're making a huge impact on these young people. From what I'm hearing, some of these people have been here. Raise your hand if you've been here more than once. Look at that. That is absolutely amazing. That's absolutely amazing that you've been here more than one time and you keep coming back. Keep coming back. Because next year, there's no telling what they'll do next year. There's no telling who they'll bring in next year. But what I am asking of everyone here is take charge of your life. With that being said, my name is Sade Burrell. Truly appreciate you all. Enjoy your conference and have a safe trip home. Thank you.